Okay, so Bloomberg's now working again, so I'll do Bloomberg, find cells. We're going to do return on invested capital, so I'll just type ROIC, hit enter. And I'm going to take the fourth one down. It says return underscore own underscore INV underscore capital. I'm also going to bring in the beta, so I'll type in beta. I'm going to bring in the raw beta, the third one down. No, yeah, let's do the raw beta, that's fine. And then I'm going to do price to earnings. And the PE ratio, and I'll add that and I'll apply. So now I got my factors here. So I'm going to now bring in the data by using the BDP function. So I'll type equal, B as in boy, D as in data, P as in Paul, open parentheses, go over to A. I'm going to hit my F4 to lock in the A. So I want $A2, comma, and then go up to my C1, where is my count that I want, the data I want. I'm going to hit that twice, so I'll lock into 1, and hit enter. And I can now, I'm going to go back to the home on Excel and hit the comma to get it comma formatted, and then I'm going to copy that down. And I can copy it across too, so it's in all 3 columns. And if you did your dollar sign correctly, it would be referencing the right thing. You can see in column D, it's still referencing column A and still referencing D1. So I got my data. I do have some NAs, and we'll fix those here in a bit. All right, so everybody with me? Okay, now what we want to do is we want to rank them. Okay. So I tell you what, we probably need to add a little bit of space. So if you click your row 1 and just insert a couple of rows, give us a little bit of space to work with. So let's rank them on ROIC. So you do the equal rank, open parentheses. You go over to that C4, which is Dizzy's number. Hit your comma. Go back to that column. Control Shift down arrow, then hit your F4 key twice to lock in the rows, and comma 0. 0 is implied, but we'll go ahead and do the comma 0 so remember to do it. That means higher number is going to be ranked better than lower numbers. And so we can just copy that down, so you can see that Disney ranks pretty high. They ranked 8th. Now, let's try the if-error function here. So go back to that function, and just at the first, let's do if-error, open parentheses, and at the very, very end of that, let's rank them 100th, because that's going to put them pretty much in last place, because we only have 80 companies. And let's see if that works, to get rid of that value. And see that we got rid of those values by doing that. So let me show you the function again. So you do if error, open parentheses rank, open parentheses C4, comma, C4 through C81 with the dollar signs before the numbers, comma 0, so we get in the right order, close parentheses, comma 100. That means if they don't have the data, we're going to rank them last place. Y'all getting that? Does that work? All right, I'm going to go and do the same thing with, I'm going to rank, I'm going to rank beta. So I'm going to type it all again so you can see what I do. So I'm going to do if error, open paren, so D4, comma, go over to D4, hit my period, Control Shift down, hit the F4, twice, comma, now I'm going to do 1 because higher beta is worse, so instead of comma 0 I'll do comma 1. Oh, I forgot to do the rank, just a second. So if error rank, open parentheses, so sorry I left that entirely out, and then comma 100. No, yeah, comma 100. Let's see if this worked. test it. So you can see Gannett, the second company I have, has a beta of 1.53. Walt Disney has a beta of 1.919, so Walt Disney should be ranked better. And sure enough, they are ranked better. All right, so hopefully you have your ranks. Now we're going to do a combined rank. And what we're going to do here is we're going to just do the average of the two. So just type equal average of the rank on ROIC and the rank on beta. As you can see with Walt Disney, they were 8th on one and 45th on the other, so they ranked 27th. We'll copy that down. Now the problem with this ranking now is there's no one's number one, because the only way you can be number one is if you're number one on both things. So what I want to do is I want to re-rank, it's kind of confusing, but re-rank the combined rank so that I actually do the rank on this. So I don't know who's the best company now, but I want to find out who's overall ranked. So I'm going to do equal rank. We shouldn't have to do the if error function now because we've taken all those out. And I'll just take that column H, comma, H, hit the period, Control Shift arrow down, hit F4 just to lock it in just in case we need it. Oh, and you've got to put the comma 1 at the end of that one, because a lower number is better than a higher number, so we want to keep that consistent. So I'm ranking the column that I did combine ranked. I just do the first company, H4, comma, the entire column, and then you need that column 1, or it's comma 1, or it's going to be going the wrong direction. And you can see the number one company overall was ranked 2nd on ROIC, which is very good. A very low beta. They're in the top, on low beta. When you combine them, they're only ranked 8th, but they're still 8 is the lowest number. So by re-ranking it, we get them as number 1. Y'all see why I'm doing that? Okay, and now all we got to do is rank the PE ratio. And so I'll do equal if error, open parentheses, rank, and I'll go over to the PE ratio, comma, and then I'll again fill in that whole thing. Wait, let me do it again. If error, open parentheses, rank, open parentheses, go over to beta, comma, over to beta, Control Shift down arrow, hit the F4 a couple of times, comma 1 this time, because higher is worse. Oops, I left the parentheses out. Oh, here we don't, I'm sorry, I messed that up. Okay, let me show you again. So if error, then rank. The rank function should be E4, your PE ratio, the entire column, comma 1, and then close that, and then comma 1 again, because if they don't have the data, we want to rank them really high on PE and say, well, they don't have any data, we're just going to say they're really expensive stock. So it's going to kind of distort our numbers just a little bit. Now another approach we could have taken, we might try it both ways. I don't know, you could, instead of putting 100 in there, you could just put quotes and just have a blank cell. I'm going to stick with what we have. We'll see. We may experiment a little bit. And we'll copy that down. And so now we've got our company's base. This is our ranking. This is what we think they're worth in column I. And column J is where the market thinks it is. So the next column, we'll just do the difference. We're going to take our rank minus the market's rank. And so the more negative the number, the better. Because like for Disney, we thought Disney was our 21st best company and the market had it as 36th best. So Disney does pretty well there, negative 15. Okay, are y'all staying pretty well with me?